Deommodore Lenoir got the bag. 5 years, $92 million. I don't know if the Chiefs would have done this, but I don't care because I personally happen to like Deommodore Lenoir, and I like that he's going to be on this team in the locker room, and I get to keep asking him questions for a while. He's phenomenal. So great. My question, and what I want to say is, after the 49ers signed him, John Lynch made an official statement about the signing. And John Lynch is a pretty thoughtful person for an NFL executive compared to at least Trent Baalke. Here's what he said. Demo epitomizes what the 49ers are all about. He has a passion for the game of football that burns bright. His versatility, toughness, and unique skill set are what we covet in our players. He has improved every year he has been with our team, and we're proud to have extended him so that we can continue to do great things together. It's wonderful. To me, if I had to circle one part of that statement that is the most interesting, it's when he says he has a passion for the game of football that burns bright. How many players on this team can you still say that about? This is a rich, veteran, jaded team that's been to the mountaintop twice and not gotten over the top. Who still has the passion that burns bright? It's clearly evident in Demo. Lenoir.
Well, what I think we can do is, to me, there's 10 players that the 49ers are going to have to make decisions on in the very, very near future. And I think we can go player by player. And
because now we see what they're looking like, what their criteria is. This is
they're
important.
basically telling you. But we're going to start. We're going to start on the opposite end, which is a player they don't have to make a decision on, but I know is a player that you want to talk about, which is Nick Bosa. So let's go through the 4 things real quick.
True.
That stood out. Passion for the game, versatility, tough. Actually 5 things. Unique skill set. I'm bad at counting. And still improving. So passion for the game, versatility, tough, unique skill set, and still improving. Do you feel like Nick Bosa has a passion for the game? Like, does it shine bright like a diamond?
It seems a little blasphemous to question someone's passion, but I have to say I question it.
Okay.
Before he got paid, I'd say no question. But now I think everyone has to say, if they're being honest, would say, I don't know anymore. Because it seems like he's an extremely talented, gifted player on cruise control. And a player of his caliber on cruise control can do some good things and put up good numbers. But this is not the Nick Bosa we knew. This is not the Nick Bosa they thought they were signing. I think that's true too.
I agree with you. It's very hard to gauge passion for a game, especially in somebody like Nick Bosa who talks the way that he talks, very quiet and deliberate. But everybody can relate with this. There are times, let's take Best Buy, for example. You go into Best Buy, you can tell within 1 minute of talking to said employee, any employee you run into, if they like their job or they don't like their job. You can tell. This guy clearly likes his job. And when they clearly like their job, you can really tell. You go in and you ask for something, they're excited. Let me show you the differences and why you're making a great choice and whatever. You'll know right away if they like their job. I don't know. I'm not saying for sure he doesn't, but it's hard to tell. Is he versatile?
No.
Is he tough? Yes, he's tough.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna argue with his toughness. Is his skill set unique?
No.
Is he still improving?
No. And here's the thing. It's nice to have Nick Bosa on your team on a rookie contract, but making $34 million a year and passion is a question, and the production isn't matching the salary. Like, that's to me like a salary you're trying to get out of. Like, when is the guaranteed money done? Could they maybe move on in 2026? That's the way I look at it. Like, Lenoir, Niner for life. And it was interesting for him. He talked about, like, I want to be here. My family's out here. I appreciate the opportunity they gave me. I was a 5th round pick. I love John Lynch. Like that resonates. That's how Fred Warner feels. That seems to be how Dre Greenlaw feels. Those are 3 guys to me that are Niners for life. They embody all the things that John Lynch was talking about, and they're not looking around for greener pastures. Bosa, he's an independent contractor. He's here now. He might want to play with his brother in 3 years. Who knows? He might want to play in Miami where his dad is. Who knows? So, excellent player, but Niner for life? I don't know. Maybe Niner for 2 more years.
Yeah, I think, and Niner for life is tough, right? Because we don't necessarily mean they're going to all finish their careers.
Tatted on their arms.
But guys,
Niners,
guys, exactly. For life. And I think I do want to say this too, as a prerequisite to these other players. Still improving also can mean, are you holding where you are at? Because if you were the defensive player of the year, I don't necessarily need you to improve, but I do want you to hold serve, right? And he's not doing that either. So, yeah, I don't know that Bosa does fit that criteria anymore. Do you think Warner fits the criteria?
Yes.
I think this is a resounding
no
yes.
question.
No
question.
I agree. Okay, I agree.
Yes, absolutely. Lenoir, I think Greenlaw does. I hope that he physically can become.
I think that's the hard part.
He was. Yeah,
we don't know what he'll be physically, but assuming he can get back, then 100% he fits it.
I got one more guy who fits it, who I don't know if is going to get the contract because he's been hurt so much, but I truly believe Hufanga fits it in every way.
I don't know about the still improving part.
Well, he's been hurt for so long. It's hard to say. It's hard to say, but that's true.
I think also even before he got hurt, he had declined last year versus the year prior.
That's where I disagree. Maybe
to
me in 2022. He was almost overrated because as much of a playmaker as he gave up big plays and touchdowns. And I thought in 2023 he was starting to cut that out. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's fair. I think that towards the second half of the season and that year that he was an All-Pro, he almost lost being an All-Pro because he was playing a little
It's true. Hero ball.
I don't know.
Yeah, kind of. Yep.
I think Kittle embodies it.
Yep.
I think Purdy embodies it.
Yep. Does Debo?
No.
Did Ayuk before he got hurt?
I think
I don't know that Ayuk did in retrospect. Like he was talking about, like I could be here, I could be in Washington, I could be in Pittsburgh. I feel like that was all a bad sign. And he got hurt. Maybe he was going to turn the season around, but that season that he had before he got hurt was not good.
What's crazy about Ayuk, and I was so for extending him. I really was.
Yes,
for 2 years, I called for him to be a captain. I mean, I really thought just based off of what we had seen, he embodied all of the things. But then all of a sudden, it went away, and it was.
Sometimes it's hard to gauge. You guys, sometimes it's hard. It's easy to forget that they're very young and they're still developing. And you think you know a guy, it's like he's 25. How much he may not know himself until he's been put in these situations.
Yeah. And I have no problem with him negotiating and getting his money. I mean, this scenario that he's in right now is exactly why you do it. But even he said, and this was the moment that I changed my mind a little bit on how the negotiations went, is because I was full team Ayuk. But the moment he had his first presser and was like, yeah, I probably drug it on a little longer than I had to. I was like, come on, man. Even you just admitted that you didn't need to do all that. I can't stand up for that. You said it. So I think those are the guys that embody it right now. I think it's Kittle, Greenlaw, Warner, Purdy, and that's Juwan Jennings.
One more.
Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings. Yeah.
And then one more, and this guy gets no credit because running backs or whatever, but like Jordan Mason, man. Sorry.
Yeah. He's improving. Still improving. He's versatile. He's tough.
He seems to have a passion for football. He doesn't watch the sport.
Most of these guys
about Jordan Mason.
Most of these guys don't.
I was like, do you know who Marshawn Lynch is? He was like, I've heard of him. I'm like, Jordan.
Marion Barber?
Jordan.
Anything? No.